Alright guys, welcome back to another Robinhood update video, and at first I was going to start this video off by saying things were not looking too good. I planned on recording this video yesterday, however, something crazy happened within the last 24 hours that I absolutely have to talk to you guys about. So, as you guys can see, the reason why I was going to say things weren't looking too good is because yesterday we were actually down almost $400. We were down to $3,000 in the portfolio because this month just didn't go my way. However, thanks to the Discord server, thanks to my boy Glass, which I'll go into later in this video, we actually made that money back, and we are basically around the same point that we were at the beginning of the month. So at the end of the day, some people might see this as we made no progress. I look at it as I learned a lot during this month. I learned, what plays not to make, even though I did make a lot of mistakes. That I'll get into. At the end of the day, I'm just glad that we were able to at least start off where we were before and not start off like at $3,000 or lower. So I'm content with that. And a lot of the plays that we made throughout this month were either canceled very soon after placing them, or they pretty much made no profit and like they ended up at break even. So I won't be going over every single play that I made this month. However, I'll be going over the bigger ones, especially the ones that I mentioned in the Discord server. And please, if you guys aren't in the Discord server already, please make sure you guys join up, because we are trying to just get a group of traders that are just like-minded and just overall just learning off of each other, picking trades off of each other. And honestly, this play that happened at the end of the month is all thanks to my Discord server. So please guys, join up. If they were able to help me, they'll help you guys too, because I'm a newbie here. So I'm just looking to gather as many people as possible that know what they're actually doing, and then hopefully someone that's in my shoes as well can learn from my mistakes, and they can learn from the Discord as well. So we can use as much help as we could possibly get. But without further ado, let's just jump right into the portfolio. All right, so let's start off by looking at this UNG play that we have here in the Discord server. I will be using the server throughout this video just because this is where I put most of my updates when it comes to trading. So we started off the month by picking up contracts. We bought $17.50 calls with the strike price of $7.12 for UNG. And the reason why we made this play is because we assumed that the news was going to be bullish and that it would bring the stock price up. However, the news ended up doing basically nothing for the stock, and it actually went down over time, which basically led us to lose money. And we ended up losing $138 on this play, which was pretty much my fault, because the people who recommended this play to me, they actually did put stop losses on their trades. They did, wind up risk. They ended up practicing proper risk management, while I was just like, okay, here, I'm just going to throw my money on it. It's only $138. Whatever happens, happens. And as you guys can see, we lost the full amount. I had plenty of time to, mitigate my losses. I could have sold at half of what I bought it for, saved about like $60 or so. However, I didn't, and we ended up losing on this play. So that's all on me at the end of the day. But like I said, I'm still learning, so it is what it is. Risk management comes over time, guys, so can't be too mad at it. The next notable play that we have is a Disney play that we actually placed on the 5th of July. We bought 4 contracts, and this is probably like the only screenshot I have of it right here. However, this play ended up not going too well. We actually ended up selling this play early because it wasn't showing any progress, and it's a good thing that we did, because the stock actually went down over time, actually. So as you guys can see right here, this contract would have basically expired worthless. So it's a good thing that we sold, because if we didn't, then yeah, we would have lost all of our money. So we took a $62.54 loss on it. Not too bad, could have been better, but it is what it is. Now, on the 10th of July, things actually got interesting, because we have the Celsius options plays, which actually gave us a lot of profit, but it didn't start off that way. See, these trades continuously went down for almost 3 to 4 days, and they just kept going down and down and down, which actually would have provided a perfect entry point if we would have got in at that point. However, luckily for us, they actually reversed to the point where we were actually able to make over $450 of profit, more than that actually. First, they started off by, we had one play that was only up $144 before it actually went down, and then we had one play here because we bought the contracts for the $60 call and the $61 call. This was down $60 at one point. But yeah, we fast forward to the 12th of July, and here, as you guys can see, we actually were up to $4,246 within the portfolio, which is mostly off of these Celsius plays. As you guys can see, we had one contract here that was worth over $432, and then we had the next play right here that was worth $86. So we ended up selling both of those around that point, and that's where we got the profit from those. And reading the text here, it was basically off of some bullish CPI data, which basically got us, into the positives. And yeah, if the data was negative, then it could have been really bloody for us. However, thankfully it showed up in our favor and we were able to cash out. And this is kind of like the high point of the month. I'm just gonna let you guys know now. This same day where we were at this high point, as you guys can see, we kind of dropped down to $4,000 by the end of the day. We ended off the day by picking up an Amazon contract. We bought 4 contracts of the 205 strike price. We bought calls with the 726 expiration date. And we also bought Qualcomm. We bought $250 calls with the 8/16 expiration date. And we bought 5 contracts of that. Now, Amazon was honestly a bad play. We're going to get into that later on. But Qualcomm actually showed up in our favor. As you guys can see in the wins tab of our Discord server, I posted here that we actually made $220 off of this play. We literally sold it the next day, I think around market opened, and around 10:35 a.m. we ended up selling these, and it's a good thing that we did because the stock crashed down the next day, so we ended up making some good profit off of that. And this is the point where I was kind of like feeling myself. I feel like we all go through this, like we get into trading a new market or something like that, and we're like, oh nah, this is easy, we got this, and this was my point right here. I thought that I was on top of the world right here. As soon as I made this play and it went in my favor, I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing for sure. But then we get into the bad part. We actually got slammed on the 19th on the bad Amazon play and on the Celsius plays. For Amazon, I thought that it would continue to go up higher despite it being at a high point. And yes, I know that was a bad decision. On top of that, we got greedy with Celsius and we bought more contracts and more shares, which actually ended up being more than 33% of my portfolio of Celsius shares, which was absolutely terrible. As you guys can see right here, we were just completely, wow, more than 30%. We were 50% of our portfolio was in Celsius. Oh my goodness. As you guys can see here, we had over 50% of the portfolio in Celsius. I don't know if that includes options and shares, but we had 24 shares. And as you guys can see, at this point in time, we were down 9%. This ended up going down all the way to 13% before we finally sold it. Then I think it's got even more bloody. On the 23rd, we actually took some CMG and Google earnings plays, which actually went bad immediately the day after. Both of these companies actually beat earnings. However, the stock went down. Meanwhile, you have companies like Starbucks and McDonald's, which missed earnings and still went up the day after. So if someone could please explain this to me in the comments or the Discord, I'd really appreciate this. I've seen this happen before with stocks like Apple, where they announced like the biggest iPhone sales in a while, and the stock still went down after that huge announcement. So I'm not really sure what causes that to happen. So if someone could please explain, just let me know. But yeah, on the 29th, we ended up selling all of these Celsius shares, and this is what the portfolio was looking like. So we were down to $3,432. Things were not looking good at all. But now we actually get into the good point of the portfolio where things actually turned around, and it all starts with this SPY play right here. This is basically the saving grace of the portfolio. So earlier this day, I was recommended to buy SPY contracts. We bought the $557 calls expiring at the end of the month. Basically, there's some data that suggests that every single election year, the SPY goes up no matter what. Basically, there's a 100% chance for you to make money on SPY if you were to, buy a contract like this. Apparently, that's what the chart said. I didn't look too much into it. But hearing that, within the Discord server, I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm already down anyways. Let's just see what happens. I could really use the boost right now. And it's a good thing that I did, because even though the contract started off being down almost 20%, which would have been an excellent entry point, looking back at today, would have been an amazing entry point to get in. We held strong, and then today we woke up to this. We got the portfolio back up to $3,786 off of this play alone. As you guys can see, the contracts that we bought were worth $688. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry, $6.88. And then we actually made a $328 return at the time of this, screenshot right here. And if we go back to the Robinhood account, as you guys can see, let's just go back to the main menu. And yeah, this is what we're looking at the end of the day. We're actually up $816 for the day. We completely wiped out this month's losses in only one day. We sold half of our cart shares based off of the Discord recommendations. We sold a few other things, but other than that, this is where we're at right now. And honestly, I spoke to the members of the Discord, and it looks like I will be taking a little break from the markets unless something crazy happens, but not too long. I'm going to be like obviously watching the markets, looking to see for any opportunities, but I will be taking a step back because honestly, if I would have just been a little bit more patient, if I wasn't just going all out and buying ridiculous contracts and like losing $100 here, losing $100 there, this portfolio could have been at $5,000 for this month. The only reason why this portfolio is essentially at break even from the last video till now is because of a bunch of mistakes that I made throughout this process. So honestly, with that being said, I don't really have an outlook for this month or even the next month. I don't know what plays I'm looking at right now. I'm kind of just taking it easy. I'm just going to see what comes to me, what the Discord recommends, because I tried doing this on my own and it was not going too well. You know, I tried doing the earnings plays. As you guys can see, they're basically worthless right now. You know, we have $2,000 worth of buying power in our account. So, you know, if a play does come up, we'll be able to take it. But for now, we're just going to just chill out. You know, we're going to learn more about the markets like I told you guys I would. And we're just going to just take it easy. As you guys can see here, this is the TKO watch list. I actually worked on adding all of the stocks that you guys recommended in the comment section down below. If there's any stocks that are missing from this, please let me know. But I literally went out of my way to try and add every single thing that you guys recommended to take a look at. And actually, one of you guys that recommended Qualcomm to add to the list, that is the reason why I made that play. And that's the reason why I was able to make like $220 off of that play. So whoever said Qualcomm in the comments, I appreciate you. You know, you're the reason why we're still, you know, hanging afloat here, aside from the spy play, thanks to my boy Glass and the Discord. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. You know, this isn't like an outlook type video. This is more so just telling you guys what happened within the last month. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you guys for all the support. You know, if I did anything wrong in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. You guys definitely told me before with the whole Dogecoin thing. So you guys already know whatever you guys have to say. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn from it. But yeah, other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys for watching. You know, thank you for all the love and support. Hopefully by the time I make the next video, this portfolio will be at $5,000. But I realize now the key to getting there is patience and not trying to rush my way there. So yeah, let's see what happens with these spy plays. Cart and Nike probably aren't going to do anything within the next month or so. So looks like we're going to be leaning more towards options plays, even though I said before that I wanted this to be more so like a long-term investing account. Looks like we're going to be doing long-term options plays because, you know, that's what seems to be keeping the account afloat right now. So yeah, other than that, guys, appreciate you guys for watching, and yeah, peace.